To the citizens of Mountain Home, it is with great excitement that I present this year's State of the City. As your mayor, one of my top priorities is to make sure that your local government is transparent and accountable to the citizens of our town. 2020 was a difficult year, but I am proud of the way our community and the way we care for one another. Like many cities in Idaho, Mountain Home was fortunate enough to enjoy continued growth and prosperity despite the global pandemic. At the beginning of this year, the city department heads and I formed an executive leadership team. We set aside an entire week for analysis, coordination, and planning for our town's future. During that planning conference, we defined our mission as enriching the quality of life for our community through effective partnerships and providing infrastructure, excellent service, and balanced growth while preserving, protecting, and enhancing our hometown character. Our vision for the future of our community is to be a self-sustaining, uniquely diverse environment with a vibrant hometown feel that provides opportunities for future generations to thrive. To provide modern innovation, promote a prosperous economy, and foster a sense of community and family while encouraging an active and healthy lifestyle that provides its citizens in every opportunity for success. We promise that we will strive to reach this vision with integrity, loyalty, selfless service, professionalism, unity, and continuous personal growth. The executive leadership team has set ambitious goals and objectives for the next 5 years, which will help us continue to provide exceptional service to our existing residents and prepare for the inevitable growth to come. The 3 primary goals will be to focus on in the future are 1, increasing our housing availability, 2, improving our infrastructure capabilities, and 3, enhancing the quality of life for our citizens. We recognize that one of the keys to our community's economic prosperity is to make sure that every Mountain Home resident has access to quality housing options. Unfortunately, there are many external factors that are making this goal more and more difficult. Lack of housing inventory, the exponential increase of housing prices, and an increase of migration to Idaho have created a demand for housing like none we've ever seen before. Our neighbors at Mountain Home Air Force Base are experiencing similar difficulties. At any given time, about 500 airmen who work out on the base have to commute all the way from Boise because they cannot find suitable living quarters nearby. One of my main goals for the rest of the team is, in my term, is to fix that problem and to make sure that all Mountain Home residents and airmen have a place right here that they can call home. I have directed our community development director to make sure that this is his top priority and to ensure that Mountain Home regulations concerning residential growth and housing developments encourage an immediate construction of various housing options. The Community Development staff and Planning and Zoning Commission have partnered to strip our zoning ordinance of unnecessary red tape that prevent practical and favorable development. And the City Council has voted favorably for these changes. Last fall, we partnered with the Mountain Home Air Force Base to create an online housing summit where we were able to talk with developers about the improvements we have made to our code and about the high demand we have for housing both in the city and on the base. Housing developers from all over Idaho and throughout the county, or the country I should say, tuned in to learn about our needs, and we are happy to say that they have answered our call. Based on development applications we have received and preliminary meetings with developers, we are forecasting that approximately 1,500 new housing units will be constructed in the next 2 to 5 years. These units will include single-family homes, apartments, townhomes, and duplexes. The city is already reviewing the applications for a development on the north side of town that will bring about 230 new homes to our city. First, I want to provide you an update on the progress with the downtown revitalization project. We finished up phase 2 construction on South 2nd East in November, and I couldn't be more happy with the outcome of the first 2 phases of this project. Of course, the new wider sidewalks and the landscaping help create a whole new pedestrian-friendly environment, as we had all hoped for. But another real benefit of something you might not have noticed unless you were paying really close attention. One of the primary goals of this project was to repair and replace aging infrastructure below the street's surface, water mains, and our outdated storm drain system. We have done that on both Main and Second now, and as a result, the results were amazing and phenomenal. During our last heavy rain and more recent melt-off from the major snowstorm, we saw zero flooding downtown. So Phase 3 will begin on the east side of South 2nd East in April, and is expecting to be all complete in time for Air Force Appreciation Day. We also will be repairing sidewalks, roads across streets from East Jackson Street to East 5th North. This will mark the end of major construction in our downtown core, but it's only the beginning for the new life the project has breathed into our downtown business community. We have had 6 new businesses open downtown since we started this project, and more are coming soon. The fact that there are so many new businesses are opening up here and other areas of town during this pandemic is a tangible sign of the strength of our local economy and the resilience of our community. And I want to thank all of our businesses, downtown business owners, for their support and patience throughout this process. We were making these improvements to benefit everyone throughout the infrastructure repair, walkability and safety, but also to show our support for our small businesses by creating a whole new atmosphere in our historic downtown. I also want to thank Idaho Transportation Department and the Mountain Home Urban Renewal Agency for their support. Our partnerships with these organizations have been critical to making this plan a reality. As we prepare for this final phase, our downtown businesses can be assured that we will be working to make sure that they're kept informed of their plans and that their questions and concerns will be addressed at the same care and respect that we have offered so far of every step of the way. So if there's any questions, concerns regarding a request that need to be addressed, please feel free to contact me or Community Director or Richard Keedy, our Public Works Director. You call us here at City Hall or any of those departments. When we get closer to breaking new ground, GUHO representatives should be in regular contact with our downtown business to provide scheduled updates, temporary parking changes, and planned water outage notices. On a related note, the Mountain Home Urban Renewal Agency has also announced that it has accepted a proposal from Treasure Valley Development LLC to invest more than $2 million into the downtown Bells building to open our community's first ever trade school, Mountain Home Adult Training Academy. This school provides coursework and certifications for 9 different trades, including HVAC, welding, electrical, plumbing, carpentry, millwrights, ironworkers, pipe fitters, and construction laborers. This project has a huge potential for immediate impact on our local economy, providing job training opportunities for blue-collar workers and helping to attract new industries who now know that they can find skilled, certified employees right here in Mountain Home, Idaho. Thanks to the URA Board for their dedication to Mountain Home and for showing great imagination in the different ways they are supporting our community. As we prepare for these changes, our Public Works and Community Development Director are working hand in hand to ensure our ability to provide quality city services and keep pace with new development and growth. The newest of those city-provided services are fiber optic internet connectivity. This project is especially important to me because of the positive impact it will have on all of our residents, businesses, and students. Fiber optic internet infrastructure will ensure Mountain Home businesses are able to stay competitive in the world economy. Will ensure our students have the best available access and learning opportunities as well, and will invite more fair competition into the local market, providing residents with more internet service providers and more options at a lower price and with higher speeds. Today, we have laid more than 8 to 9 miles of fiber optics into the ground, which is providing high-speed internet to City Hall, Mountain Home Police Department, Mountain Home Fire Department, Public Works, Parks Recreation, Desert Canyon Golf Course, and City's well system and 4 city parks. The cool thing is our police department has already begun to reap the rewards of this project. The department now has the bandwidth to allow prosecutors to access body camera and dash camera footage without officers having to burn video to a CD and hand deliver it. getting into the 21st century. In the future, the increased speeds and reliability of fiber optics will also allow for real-time viewing of those cameras. I know most of our residents are excited about this project. We receive calls probably on a daily basis at City Hall from residents asking when we'll be able to start bringing it to this infrastructure to residential areas. While I can't pin down a solid date immediately, I can promise you that it is coming. My goal is to have started our fiber optics network to private residents and businesses by the end of this year. The City Council voted unanimously to hire a new position dedicated to answering the public's questions and helping to organize and implement our efforts to extend this program directly to our citizens. Municipality-owned fiber optics infrastructure is the idea that is sweeping the nation for a lot of reasons. The neat thing is, according to a recent article from the Open Technology Institute, transparency in pricing, cost to consumers, and speed are among the top reasons municipalities should consider providing this infrastructure. And the cool thing is, it allows more ISPs to provide services, but doesn't support hidden fees or bandwidth throttling. The same article named Ammon, Idaho as the lowest cost municipality-owned public fiber optic network in the country. We are following this model very closely because I want to make sure that Mountain Home doesn't get left behind as the rest of the world moves towards the future. Mountain Home Industrial Park and Rail is the next thing I want to give an update about. The Mountain Home Industrial Park and Rail, as you are probably aware, this planned industrial park is based around the availability of 4.25 miles of rail spur we were able to transfer from the Mountain Home Air Force Base ownership to the city. We pursued this because of definitely the amazing potential it has to create a wide variety of new technical and professional jobs for our citizens and the Air Force families. Since then, much work has been accomplished. The cool thing is, the first we were able to do is annex over 400 acres of land adjacent to the Mountain Home Rail. It's going to set the stage for success. This annexation and working closely with the landowner will ensure that the availability of shovel-ready plots to interested businesses. It is also important to our community that we do our part and do the best to attract the right types of industry. That is why we have partnered with CRS engineers. CRS engineers provide key planning documents including preliminary site plans, financial estimates, and other things that will help the city to be competitive for the state and federal grants that will allow the continued development and successes of that park. Securing these grants will be a crucial step to making those necessary repairs and site preparations that will help make this site practical and attractive to a variety of industries. We also have earned Union Pacific's Railroad Focus Site designation. This specific status ensures industry leaders that one, obviously, the rail design has been approved by Union Pacific Utilities, and roads are accessible to the site. Local development supports is also available, and that there is a single controlling landowner. Union Pacific features all of this focus sites on its webpage and helps market those sites to businesses seeking reliable transportation and distribution services. And in case you haven't heard yet, Mountain Home is the only site in the state of Idaho to hold this designation. We have also given the site its official name. It's Mountain Home Industrial Park and Rail. We've branded this site for informational and marketing purposes and launched a new website. Go to mountainhomerail.us for more information. I'm truly excited about our progress and looking forward to the day that our team's hard work begins to pay off for our citizens in the form of new employment opportunities and stronger local economy. I'm excited to talk about the next one. It's our Mountain Home Fire Department. As the city grows, it's important that we make sure our first responders are prepared to respond to new challenges. Mountain Home Fire Department and the Mountain Home Rural Protection District are being very, very proactive about preparing for our future. These organizations teamed up to make their first major joint purchase and bought a 2012 Ferrara Smeal Tower, hopefully I said that correct, with a 100-foot ladder. The new tower will improve safety for all and our local firefighters and will give them more options when they are fighting fires or conducting rescue operations. This new truck meets our current needs and will serve us well into the future as our town grows. I'm proud of the partnerships that brought this joint purchase about, and our way of our fire department staff continuously looking for ways to improve and embrace the challenges that come with just with that. We're lucky to have so many people from our town and community and from our partners at the Mountain Home Air Force Base Fire Department who are willing to put their own blood, sweat, and tears to make this department so great. I want to talk to you guys about Parks and Rec. Our Parks and Rec team rose to the challenge and knocked it out of the park this year. The department earned its first Association of Idaho Cities Award for Excellence. That's a huge deal. The association recognizes Parks and Rec for outstanding exercise and nutrition programming it provides for our residents, and for the innovative ways it adapted our Arbor Day celebration to be both successful and safe for park participants despite the COVID-19 pandemic. The team also applied for and received 3 new grants worth $37,000. Which will be used to create a new outdoor fitness area that will be open to the public this summer. Construction is complete on the new skate park at Richard Gary Park, and we open it for use in August. The skate park has been one of those long-term dreams in our community that has also involved many different people and organizations over countless decades, I would say. The city took the project over during my first term as mayor. We found our funding through some of the amazing grant programs and put it to use to break ground as soon as we could. I love seeing residents and visitors out there doing whatever they love on this world-class design. The next major project is to replace the community pool. It's seen better days. The current pool has far exceeded and expected its lifespan, and we can just no longer limp it along through another season. Our recreation superintendent has done a fantastic job of making do with what she has, and we've up to this point and been able to been there at the forefront of planning and collaborating with experts to come up with a new design and funding option. We are currently applying for Idaho Parks and Recreation for Land and Water Conservation Fund grant. This grant should also account for the bulk of the cost to give our citizens a community pool they can be proud of. You can see a video of the current conditions of the community pool and the drawings of the new pool design on our website on the Parks and Rec page. The City of Mountain Home and Western Elmore County Recreation District recently met and conducted a very open-minded meeting about possible future joint partnerships to provide Mountain Home citizens and Elmore County citizens with recreation facilities. Stay tuned for more information as both entities prepare to announce more specific plans on leveraging its partnership for the benefit of our town and definitely our county. I want to definitely jump on this next one. Let's talk about library. I also want to congratulate the Mountain Home Library staff. This last year has been a tough one for everyone. But the library staff found some very creative ways to help our residents get through it. We saw over 40% increase in digital ebooks and audiobook circulation this year and made changes from offering curbside checkout services to taking several programs like Storytime Club to social media. These changes provide our library staff means they're creative thinkers who can adapt to any hardship to serve their patrons safely and effectively. They were managed to make a few improvements in the 2020, like installing new carpeting, paint, and LED lighting. The last group of projects I want to bring to your guys' attention are focused on fostering the strong bonds that we have with our airmen out at the Mountain Home Air Force Base. We are so proud of our service members and all they do for our country, and we all want them to know just how much our local community cares about all of them. Our military liaison, Marty Anderson, has worked tirelessly to advocate for the base and the men and women stationed there. Marty is a retired Command Chief Master Sergeant who understands the Air Force's needs, their mission, and the positive impact they play on the state of Idaho. Due in large part to his work as the base leadership and our state elected officials, we have seen a lot of progress on important projects that will ensure that the base's long-term viability and the gunfighters' ability to support and expand mission sets. The first of those projects came in the form of a $426,000 grant from the Department of Defense Office of Economic Adjustments to the Mountain Home School District. Roughly about 32% of our district students are military dependents, but all of the district students will benefit from this grant. The money will be used for the district-wide classrooms and facility improvements, including new carpet in 43 classrooms, new tile in about 11 rooms, and new paint in 5 district schools. Quality of education is a priority issue when it comes to ensuring that long-term welfare and morale of our service members. We research has shown that school environments can either positively or negatively impact children's motivation to learn and desire to attend class. I'm excited to say our youth will see these improvements when they return to school after summer break this year. Next is the Mountain Home Air Force Base Water Project. The State Senate recently voted to approve funding for the pipeline from the Snake River to provide the base with a long-term water source. In turn, the Air Force Base will fund and build a water treatment plant. We all know the valuable commodity water can be here in Idaho. And the project helps assure Mountain Home Air Force Base leadership at the highest levels that Mountain Home Air Force Base will have a stable long-term source of water to continue its mission here in our great state. And actually, I just was told last week that it has been approved. Also approved by the State Senate and waiting for a vote by the House of Representatives is License and Reciprocity Bill. This bill will ensure that all professional licenses held by airmen and their family members in other states will be recognized by the state of Idaho without additional requirements. It is important that our service members and their families have the best opportunity to succeed as soon as they arrive in our community. The neat thing is this bill will help make sure that they do. In combination, everything we're doing, working to attract new businesses, new jobs, and new housing opportunities, improving our infrastructure and safety, promoting fair competition, providing timely and effective public service, and offering clean, healthy public space and activities is designed to make make sure that Mountain Home keeps the title that I've always known it deserves, the best city in Idaho. Now that I've recounted our successes and told you about our plans for the future, I want to take this moment to thank those responsible for those successes. Our department heads and every city employee are the real movers and shakers of the team. They're the ones responsible for planning, building relationships, working through the everyday friction and setbacks, moving projects forward, keeping them on schedule, and ultimately serving our great citizens throughout their daily tasks and long-term projects. These are the professionals who make it all happen. Without them, there would be nothing for me to report. So, from my heart to yours, thank you for everything, every city employee who works in the public eye and behind the scenes to make Mountain Home the best town in Idaho. And thank you to the citizens for allowing me to continue leading such an outstanding team of professionals. While I'm bragging about our team, I definitely want to take this time to recognize one of the employees in particular. Nina Patterson is our current city clerk. She retired from working from Elmore County and started her career with the city back in, I think it was 2004. Over the course of the past 17 years, Nina has been the glue that holds City Hall together. She has helped to keep 3 different mayors, me, and 16 different city council members on track and has served countless numbers of our citizens in that time. She has been a leader, a mentor to the staff, and not just those of us who work alongside her at City Hall, but the entire city team. She's been a hard-working, loyal, selfless public servant her entire adult life. Nina recently decided that she was going to retire from that life of service this May. Her son Brady and his wife are expecting their first child, and Nina wants to take every opportunity to spend more time with her family and bond with her new grandchildren. This news was bittersweet for everyone on the team. On one hand, we are happy and excited for her. She has done so much for Mountain Home, and she truly deserves to take the heavy pack off and relax a little bit. And she really enjoys, as she goes and enjoys time with her family. On the other hand, we're losing her years of experience. her steady leadership, and the great sense of humor she brings to every situation. When Nina announced her decision at our department head meeting, at first there was complete silence. And then there was congratulations, and then there were tears. One of our most experienced superintendents referred to Nina as her work mom. Nina, I want to thank you personally, and I hope the entire city team will join me in congratulating you and wishing you the best of luck in everything you do from this day forward. You've made the City Hall one of the best places to work with in Mountain Home, and I hope that you know how much you'll be missed, especially by me and everybody who's had the pleasure of working with you. Finally, I want to close by assuring the citizens of this town that we will continue to serve you at the best way we can every day. I, my department heads, and every city employee will keep you and your needs at the forefront of every decision and every discussion we make. Your successes and challenges are never an interruption to our day, but rather the very reason for our workday. And I want to thank you again for your support and your input, which keeps us focused on the tasks at hand. Thank you. God bless Mountain Home.